All right, good morning, ASL 2 and 3. We are working on the same thing this week, so I'm just going to base it off of ASL 2's hyperdoc, but ASL 3, yours is just very similar. You just have different check-in forms and a different Padlet link. So same video, same things we're covering. So this is for week 3, day 1 of our remote learning. So when you pull up your hyperdoc, you will see this. Here's our check-in form for attendance purposes, so make sure you click on it. It'll pull up the link, and you will fill that out for attendance. All right, back to our hyperdoc. This video will be embedded right here once we're done. Okay, and then you're going to scroll down to our bell ringer. We have follow the link and answer the following questions to the best of your ability. What are the 10 grammar rules? Provide as many examples as you can. So once you hit this grammar bell ringer, it's bolded and underlined, so it is a link. We're going to click on it. And you'll put your name, your period. Oh, I'm going to have to edit that. I don't know why I did that. And list out as many grammar rules as you can remember on your Google form here. So you can just type out your answers and list out as many as you can. So once you get done with your bell ringer, I'm going to pull it up on my end and see the responses, see what grammar rules we easily remember and which ones that were kind of left out. So we're going to review the 10 grammar rules. I have a Google Slides we're about to go through. We'll just go over together and discuss and practice some good examples and bad examples. And then during class, the students will click on this Padlet link and provide a good and bad example. So before I jump forward too much, let's review the 10 grammar rules. Okay, let's present. And hopefully you remember most of these. I think we remember the grammar rules. I think we just kind of struggle with remembering how to put it in gloss, which is what we'll cover the following day. Okay. All right, so rule number 1 is topic comment. Always remember that the topic goes first and then the comment follows. The reason why we usually struggle with this one the most is because when we look at a sentence, we kind of don't really know what the topic is. We're kind of confused on what the topic is. So when you're looking at that sentence, okay, what is this whole sentence about? What is the purpose of this sentence? That word is going to go first, and then the comment follows. And so remember, these have examples. So in English, the ASL test is easy. ASL test, easy. So ASL test was the topic. The comment was that it was easy. Number 2, give the dog a cookie. He's a good dog. Dog, good. Give cookie. So they set it up with pronominalization. So the dog's first. So dog, he is good. Comment, let's give him a cookie. She's upset that she lost her money. That's the English sentence. So in ASL, we established the pronoun first. So her money lost, she's upset. So the whole topic of the sentence was losing the money, and then the comment was she was upset by it. Okay, the second one, tense and time. So just remember, anything that shows time goes first. It always goes at the very beginning of the sentence. So last night, there's the example yesterday, 2 days ago. It could be last month, next week, on Friday. Anything that establishes time. And sometimes there's words that we kind of tend to forget show a time, and we don't put that first. For example, like my birthday. Well, technically, birthday shows a time, so that needs to go first. So just remember, anything that relates and shows a time or a time period will go first. Okay, rule number 3 is simple yes or no questions. Um, the orders of the sign can vary, so look at their examples. Do you want to eat? And then you eat want, you want eat you, or I think we practice in class eat you want you. So this one's pretty simple along with the long yes or no. Just remember that the long yes or no questions, how it differs from short yes or no, is that the long ones just have more details in it basically. So instead of just saying, is that cat yours? The black cat that's climbing a tree, is it yours? So there's just more details in this sentence. Okay. All right, rule number 5 is information seeking. So you were just seeking information about them. So your eyebrows are usually down and the question is placed at the end. So remember WH, who, what, when, where, why, how are at the end. So their example for how old are you, age you what is the title of the book, book title what, yeah. So those are correct. Pronominalization. We kind of forget about this grammar rule sometimes, but remember this deals with pronouns and establishing them. So maybe that boy right there, he stole cookies or something. Okay, so you can establish them or reference them by pointing like I did. You can do an eye gaze. So if I'm looking that way, they're probably over there. Or you can establish them with hand shapes or classifiers. So just remember with pronouns. And they don't necessarily always have to be established at the beginning. It really just depends on the sentence. But that kind of just comes with more practice, trying to identify where it usually goes. But I think we're kind of pretty comfortable with establishing it first, and that's fine. Okay, rhetorical questions. Remember that these are where we just answer our own question. Your eyebrows are up, and then they go down to neutral. So, me no ASL, yes. Okay, you're answering your own question. Order of simple sentences, this is where we definitely struggle. This is basically dealing with verbs. So, order of simple sentences deals with verbs, and verbs can go near the beginning of the sentence, near the end of the sentence, but they should never be in the middle. So, their example, I am playing a game. So, me play game or me game play. So, they set it up with doing the pronouns first. But remember, the verbs need to go near the beginning or near the end. That's kind of a bad example just because it's only 3 words. So the verb is kind of in the middle, but if it was a longer sentence, it would not be in the middle. It would be near the beginning. So if it was me playing a baseball game or something, you have more details in there, then it would be fine. But just remember that the verb should never be like dead center in the sentence. It needs to be near the beginning or near the end. Conditional sentences, these are also called if-then statements. So if or suppose. So if this happens, then there's a result. So just as you would say in English, the if or suppose part needs to be at the beginning of the sentence, and then the then part, which is the outcome, will go after. And then last one, negations. There's kind of 2 ways to place negations, but last year we focused on just having them at the end because it says you can also place them before the verb. I think that gets really confusing with all our other grammar rules. So, or at the end of the sentence, we just stick to that one. So negations at the end. Okay, so me cheat never. Okay, then the negative word is going to be at the end. Okay, so that's our 10 grammar rules, and so that's what we're going over in class. So after that, students will come over to this Padlet link and provide a good and bad example. So if you're 3rd period, you'll click this link right here and provide an example. And what I want you to provide, it states it on the Padlet. So provide a quick example of a grammar rule being used correctly and one being used incorrectly. So my example was time goes first would be correct, but if you put the time at the end of the sentence, it would be incorrect. So you'll provide your own example. Okay, and then our independent practice, our homework. You will be answering questions regarding the 10 grammar rules in ASL. Choose the best answer and submit your Google form when done. This is due by the next start of class by 8 a.m. So you're going to click this 10 grammar rules review Google form. You're going to click it, and it's multiple choice, so that should be easier for you. And you're going to go in and choose the correct answer. Okay. All right, so that is it for day one. Hopefully you were able to kind of remember most of this on your own anyway, and then we'll be practicing gloss the next day. So that is it.